All right, GM, everyone. Welcome into the space. Appreciate y'all being here live on Abstract X, Kick, YouTube, everywhere. We are worldwide, Kyle. We are
Good morning.
Worldwide. You're not actually, worldwide.
We're both U.S. based, actually, in the Appalachian Mountains as well. So not exactly the most eclectic group of international individuals, but we are here.
Yeah,
streaming on all platforms.
I'm at the foothills of the Appalachians, so not as deep as you are, but either way, thank you all for coming in. Kenny will be here momentarily. He is on his way home from the doctors, so.
Well, at least he has a fucking doctor's note today.
I know. Well, he's got to send it to me first, so we got to see if that's an actual real doctor's note. But yeah, a lot of stuff to get to. A lot of things happening on the timeline since yesterday, especially around like the kitty shit. That was, people called it a fiasco, but it's making a rally back. The kitties are purring. And they're mining. We got a little bit of an echo, Kyle, through your mic.
Oh, really? Wow, that's interesting. Yeah. I'm wearing an AirPod, but okay.
Really? Yeah, I don't. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just hearing it. If anybody else hears the echo, let me know.
It certainly couldn't be that we're having fucking audio issues in the first 10 minutes of the space.
Nope. We don't have those anymore, bro. Don't put your fucking jinx on me. Do not do that. But But yeah, anyways, a lot of stuff to cover. Stonkbrokers, a lot of good tweets up at the top. Going to be covering everything. Robinhood saying some big shit's coming. We do not know what the hell that is. And wanted to cover some of the FWA stuff as well. Because that is, oh, look at Tusk over on fucking YouTube. Yo, says clocking in from work. This is fucking, it's pretty good. Kyle, you're not the only one. You know what I mean?
I'm not the only one in all of Web3 with a job.
But yeah, he said everything sounded good. So from over here. So yeah, we're good. But yeah, anyways, let me get some screens pulled up here so we can get to the shit. Simple Farmer has been running around like crazy. He's basically saying just because there's not a timer, because there's a timer in a date doesn't mean that doesn't mean anything essentially. And if you look up here, the Stonk launch pad is 3 days, 8 hours away. Then it glitches. Something is coming. Notifications are on. I don't know if he's going to stop by the space today, but he's always welcome up on the stage. So I don't know, bro. I know that the inside of the Clutch Markets Discord, they created a Stonk brokers NFT holders chat. And, you know, with him saying notifications on, like I have this chat pulled up, it's locked in. And Kyle, you know me, I don't have notifications on for much of shit, but I have notifications on for everything. So, regarding Stonkbrokers. So yeah, so excited to see what this is possibly going to be. I think it's going to be something tied to the launch pad, and we're seeing the success of some of the other launch pads, you know, particularly Pawns is doing really well. And I don't know, man, the amount of stuff that he's building, and as fast as he's it's not even really as fast as he's building it. The thing is that he's already had it built. And some tweets that I wanted to bring to attention. Why in the fuck is it not pulling? By
the way, it certainly doesn't hurt that he's a galaxy brain, and everything that he has built has actually worked flawlessly and been super opportunity for anybody who chose to believe in it.
Exactly.
Like me, who sold the whole clip the night before the mid.
Yeah, GG's. Yeah, I hate, it's because I like, if I type in ghost, I'm trying to go to ghost X page. If I type in ghost in the search bar, it should pop up that I'm following someone named fucking Ghost.
X is trying to show you the last Ghostbusters movie with an all-female cast for no reason.
Yeah. So like he's been putting some really good tweets out about Stonkbrokers, and just kind of not chilling it, just, you know, it's like how much, you know, that Simple Farmer has done. But his tweet right here from 10 hours ago, my hunch is that many of the projects on Stonkbroker Launchpad, even if experiments, will be DeFi RWA related and will generate some kind of revenue. This will be the dominant meta. The next cycle on Robinhood chain will be much better because instead of tech jargon, and trust me, bro, the protocols will either work or it won't. Product market fit will be clear right away. So really, you know, some really good stuff. Another tweet right here. Key item: Simple Farmer designed the entire structure of the Stonkbroker token so it could easily be listed on centralized exchanges. And this was a image of a post inside of Discord, and looks like Simtex said, just before a minute, I asked Farmer, why no taxes on ticker Stonkbroker token like Index was doing? He said, because it cannot be listed on centralized exchanges and scaled. We will be listed on Robinhood and billions are coming. So, you know, pretty good. This Orion guy replied to him, said, true. Also why we had such deep liquidity from day one. You can't get sex listings unless you meet liquidity in volume requirements. So, you know, which is true. And then when you go to the Clutch Market account last night, the post from Clutch Markets, let me get through some of the repost here, but they did 400 and no, that's from the 23rd. Why am I so far back? Jesus Christ. So this one right here, first 238 hours, 1,670 activated stockbrokers. You have 685 community clock-ins. That's 685 times someone has went on the website and either hit overtime or clocked in and contributed to the distribution of the tokens. So, you know, really dope. $211,000 in stock tokens distributed to activated broker wallets, and an additional 12 million stockbrokers has been permanently burned from supply. So I don't know what the percentage is, but I know it was over 15% at one point. So pretty fucking wild. They also replied, said over $1 million in secondary trading volume on stockbroker NFT. And that's not counting the trading volume on the token itself, because this is just straight ethers. So yeah, pretty good. The NFT floor is holding up 2.1 ETH in value right now. Top offer 1.6. You very seldom see a ETH offer, man. So if you're looking for an entry, I think, you know, trying to keep that top bid and praying that somebody with a big bag's just looking for some liquidity. I don't know what happens when the launch pad goes live. Do we see? It's going to be interesting, because if people if they have a decent bag of stockbrokers and they a few NFTs, but the token of stockbrokers is going up because the new token on the launch pad is sending, the harder a token on the launch pad sends, the more fees go back to stockbrokers. So it's going to drive the price of the token up. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be interesting to see if people actually because I think keeping a high bid in there is going to be kind of a little bit of an alpha, because everything correlates with one another. So, yeah, I mean, I'm really considering putting a top bid on one and seeing if we can and pull the trigger and snipe one more. That'd be good to get back to 4, rather than having just the 3. So yeah, we'll see what they do, man. I mean, it's the token's doing really well. It's holding, it's finding all-time highs, retracing a little bit. Currently right now sitting at 12.9 mil. Yesterday it did hit 20 mil. So fucking GG's to the community. And now we're just kind of chopping sideways. So yeah, pretty good. Kyle, are you still regretting the sale prior to mint?
Yeah. I mean, I have a new favorite flavor of gunmetal. So, you know, I learned something about myself.
Yeah, it sucks, bro. It sucks. But
it's all right, dude. It's good to see a legitimate product actually like come to prominence and be successful in the space. You know me, I like the DJing shit. I like the JPEGs. I even dabble in the meme coins a little bit. But it's good to see a product with like real what's the word that I'm looking for? Why am I blanking?
Real
utility
use cases, utility.
Yes, exactly. Good to see legitimate. It just brings legitimacy to the space, right? I mean, Web3 in general has this reputation of just being a big old fucking casino, and you know, it's good to see something buff that narrative.
I agree. Yeah, like so when you go look at Pons hit 51 mil, and these guys are doing an insane amount of volume. Will stockbrokers do that kind of volume on their launch pad? I don't know. You know, but if they do, fucking hell. It's gonna send. It's gonna be good. But right now it's currently sitting at 37.6 mil. Seeing a lot of people. Bro, there was so many people in on this coin early, like at 1 mil, and clipped out at like 5. I seen Greeny say that he called it. They scanned it at 1 mil in his group. And then he jumped in and then he sold it 5 mil. And I'm pretty sure he went in with a decent sized bag on it. And he still made money on it, but it's like, fuck, holding the 51 mil, it takes a lot of balls to do that. But top trader on Pawns right now. Dude bought $1,079 worth of token, and his P&L is $291,000. Bro, that's like paying off your house. That's fucking going on vacation. That's pretty fucking good for $1,000 entry on 9 transactions. And I guarantee you this guy didn't even sell the top. Oh, no, never mind. Yeah, he sold his last. Yeah, he's been selling all the way up through today. Fuck. So yeah, pretty wild, man. What you can do in crypto and how quick your life can change. By jumping in some of these coins. You're still in Tendies, right? 11 mil.
Yeah, I'm still in Tendies. I still got a little bit of cash cat too, dude. I'm chilling.
Are you DCAing into this? Because I know you bought it in the 20s, right?
No, I think I bought Tendies at like 18 mil, and I think I bought Cash Cat at like 60 mil. So not the top of the first wave, but near the top of the second wave.
Holy shit.
But I'm chilling, man. It's whatever. Look, dude, it's a fucking meme coin. If you can't strap in through some volatility, then you ain't got no business trading these things. And as I have always said, brother, I bid my size appropriately. I'm not going to miss that money. It'll be all right.
Yeah.
My bills are paid by my IRL job. So
yeah,
we going to be all right.
Yeah. Cash Cat. I mean, Cash Cat has, it has the virality and the motion. I would say if they do start listing some of these coins on Robinhood, I mean, it's just, look, it's been in a fucking sideways chop since the 16th. It's not really moved from there. I mean, what did it go? 86 mil was where that last little pamp ran to, but I mean, it's still.
Yeah. Well, I was talking to K Money yesterday in Alpha Space, and he made a point that, I'm not much of a meme coin trader, so it hadn't really even occurred to me. But, if any of these were Solana coins, they'd have been dead. At zero, kind of dead already, right? Like the big retracement from the tops would have never caught a second wave and then maintained any kind of a floor for this sustained period of time. So will there be another big pump on Robinhood coins? I don't know, but it's certainly true that these charts are moving differently than what we have seen in Solana charts over the past several months. So, we'll see.
Yeah. Trying to find index here. Juggernaut's sitting at 1 mil, so it's definitely went down. A lot of stuff took a good little whack yesterday on Robinhood. Index 7.5 mil. Holy shit. And they keep delaying on whatever it is they're launching. So I don't know what these guys are bringing. I haven't seen them. Let me go to their fucking Twitter account. I haven't seen that they released anything, but they were supposed to be dropping something the other day, last week, and nothing ended up happening. Here's a tweet. They said right here, intern, no, we weren't hacked. One of the early members of our team, when we were sub 200K as a project, still had access to our Twitter via delegation. Whoa, what happened there? I wonder if Kenny fucking knows what that's about.
I wonder if Kenny will even show up today.
I know. Bro said, I'm going to be 5 minutes late. And then now he's fucking, he's MIA. He's probably sitting in it. Is anybody in Anon? No, nobody's in Anon. So he's probably sitting down there in an alt account, sitting at a fucking,
no, Kenny's not X savvy enough to have a army of alt accounts like I do.
I was going to say he's sitting down in the anonymous listeners at a Chick-fil-A drive-thru shoving chicken minis in his fucking mouth. But
chicken what?
Chicken minis.
Tendies. Anyway.
No, chicken minis, not chicken tendies. Motherfucker. Index. I don't know what Index is going to what they're going to announce, and I don't know what the fuck that FUD was. If anybody knows what that was, obviously somebody still had keys to the X account. I wish they would have put fucking ticker STONKBROKER in there, bro. That'd have been dope, right? Some former employee still having access to the account and they put ticker stockbroker on the fucking index account?
That would be funny, but it would only be, I don't know. I mean, it would be a mimetic pump. I don't know. I think fucking Simple Farmer wants to do it the right way.
No, I know, but still, that'd be so funny. If they did, if somebody did that, like if you had keys. All right, let me ask you a question, Kyle. If you were able to get access to Elon Musk, if you had one opportunity to tweet something from Elon Musk's account and Donald Trump's account, what would you tweet? What would it be? Would it be go buy a genuine undead? Would it go buy bearish? Would it be go buy creeps? Would it be go buy tendies? Would you tweet the CA for tendies? Like what would you do on each account? You can do something different on each account.
Oh, that's easy. I would shill fucking GU on one and bearish on the other because I actually have a relationship with the communities and founders.
Okay.
You know.
All right. So who would you do?
There was a time when it would have definitely been creeps, but we got to see what these guys are going to do. Speaking of creeps, though, there is a really cool video I just pinned to the top that V King made. Everybody should definitely check that out and give it some love.
Yeah,
that's a really cool fucking that guy.
Yeah, the one with him and the creepling or creep in the water.
Yeah, I know AI has like lowered the barrier to content creation, but I couldn't make that.
You still got to be creative and know the process and prompting and all that to make that happen. So like that's 100%. Yeah. Kenny, I want to ask you the same question that I just asked Kyle. You have access, and then I want to ask you what happened with Index. But you have access to Elon Musk X account, and you have access to one tweet from Trump's account. What are you putting on each account? And you can do one thing separate.
Contract addresses, and I'm fucking bundling the shit out of it and fucking walking off with 1.5 mil, bro. That's what I'm fucking.
1.5 mil is it?
I'm just saying
that's all you're gonna get from those two accounts.
Each.
God almighty. Well, Kyle said that he was going to tweet, go buy genuine undead and go buy bearish, one on each account. Yeah, but you immediately went to full scam mode. Yeah. Instead of pumping your bags in the communities that you believe in, you went full scam mode and said, I'm bundling a coin and jeeting it all over your faces.
You know, I don't blame him. McKenny's actually right. Now that I'm thinking about it, I could just bundle a coin, rug the shit out of everybody, right? And then go sweep my favorite collections and still have a bunch of money on the side.
There you go, Kyle.
Yeah, dude, Kenny Powers, dude, firing on all cylinders. I don't know what the doctor shot in your ass this morning, but...
Bro, I'm fired up.
Oh, my God. All right. Do you know what happened with the Index account? I went to their Twitter.
I didn't see anything. All I saw was them apologizing and saying it was somebody who was, I guess, on the team or related
he used to be on the team. Yeah.
Right. I didn't see, they said they scrubbed the tweets, but I'm not aware of what it was. I haven't had a chance to look into it yet. Do you have any information?
No. Because we were just talking about memes on Robinhood, and then I wanted to see how Index was doing because that's one of the, Index doesn't have an NFT, but it's one of the closest things to some of the mechanics that STONKBROKERS is doing. And, and I wanted to see where, because yesterday it was at like 10.5 mil. And then now it's at 7.5 mil. So, and then I went to their X account. I was like, what the fuck happened? Because I know they still have yet to launch the whatever they were supposed to send last week, and they still haven't even launched that yet.
Yeah, that's the problem. I mean, the one thing you should never do is back yourself into a corner and say, oh, we're launching this on this date if you're not 1,000% sure, because what ends up happening is, they put a tweet out, I'm assuming it was like maybe Friday or so, saying, hey, we're going to be launching something in the next 24 hours. And then the next day they said, okay, we're pushing it back just a little bit. But once you set this expectation for your holders and then you don't actually deliver on the set date, like this is exactly what happens. People start fudding and saying, oh, these guys, yada, yada, yada.
Well, the coins are going, and that just sends your shit down. So.
Wait, so it's not good to head fake your community until they break their ankles and necks?
Probably not.
Yeah. No.
God damn, dude. Somebody should really write an article and send it to all these Web3 founders.
Yeah. And that's why I always tell people, like, too much speculation is a good thing. You want people to guess at what's happening and, find natural price discovery. But when you have motherfuckers speculating for 2 years, that just kind of kills things. So, all right. So some updates from Mando. He was trying to figure out a way for Yeet users to get some token. His bag's worth $6 million, finding a way for Rec Market users to get some token as well. And then he said, shall we do a social campaign, or are those just bots? And then Mando said, all right, social campaign will be manual, which to me sounds like a fucking nightmare. Best post about Epic or Yeet per day will include one since yesterday. Full criteria coming this week. I commented, almost DM'd him and like, bro, let's like fucking hook you up with Zeet and let's get some fucking campaigns going. We'll get shit on Instagram and TikTok and really fucking spread the word beyond what's happening here, and the team can track that stuff. But X is kind of wild with social-fi campaigns. And so yeah, I don't know. It would be interesting if he actually did something with Zeet, because when you look at their campaigns, Kenny, in the way that they were doing things, it was posting a lot of content on Medium, writing articles. There was short form content on YouTube, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. So there was other ways, to grow the brand. And I think that's what Mando's looking for beyond X. And then I hate to see Mando get his fucking account suspended, or Yeet's account suspended, because he's now wanting to do this, even if he's doing it manual. That's, I don't know, kind of risky, right?
Yeah. I mean, look, the coin ran up to almost 19 mil overnight. It got up to like 0.022 cents. And it's interesting, it waked all the way up to 3 cents when he bought up a large portion of the supply and then burned the LP, 150 some mil, and then another 81 mil as well. So look, Mando's a go-to trader. I don't know if did you see the video of him talking about when he made 18 mil off of Bored Apes?
No, no, I didn't. But that was between him and OSF, right?
Yeah. There's a cool video. Men put it out Jack put it out where he's talking about how he made 18 mil selling full clip all the Bored Apes to Machi during the Blur farming. So they sold all the apes for 18 mil, as well as claimed $11 million in ape coin, plus sold all the mutants. I mean, the guy made like 10 to 20 mil a piece off of that.
Yeah. It's a lot of fucking money. And that's kind of what I think funded fucking like Yeet in a way. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm sure he rotated some of that money into his own projects.
Yeah, that and Rec. 100%.
Yeah, they said, what are we going to do with this money? Let's take this money and make more money, And yeah, I mean, look, well-respected trader. I think both him, Ovi, and Mando are like pretty well-respected, great traders. Yeah, and I own the coin. I'm holding it. I think it's only going to get bigger. I mean, look, it's sitting currently right now at 13 mil. I think there's a lot of upside to it. Remember, this coin did run up to 60 mil the initial time when it was nothing more than a meme coin. And if he's going to be bag working for it and getting people talking about it, trying to get it to go viral, it's got a lot of upside. I mean, look, Anthem's coin ran up to 450 mil. Now, I don't expect the same thing from Mando, but I mean, there's definitely multiple X's in it, in my personal opinion, from where it is right now. So that's why, I bought a bag around 10 mil, sitting around 13 right now. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Well, now that you're here, let's kind of run through some market stuff, see how things are shaping up. I know this is the last week that we have for it to see any movement on the Clarity Act, and before they take a break. So we could end up we could end up seeing, I don't know if it's going to pass, but like, how do you see the market reacting through the week if we don't get an answer on this?
Well, the Korean stock exchange like dipped 7% overnight, kind of spooked the markets. Looking at majors right now, Bitcoin's down 1.73, starting to turn a little bit, coil up a little bit, but it's still sitting at 63.68. I mean, it got as low earlier this morning as below 63. It almost hit 62.7 is where it ended up kind of bottoming out at. So it's up about $1,000 since bottoming out, but we're starting to see a little bit of a coil right there. ETH sitting at 1912. It did dip back into the 1800s. And Solana sitting at $74, down 1.27%. So Solana on 10 consecutive months of red months from the all-time highs, so it's been a rough run over there, but that's pretty much all crypto in general. It's just been a pretty nasty chop and downward trend for the past almost.
Is it at $8 again yet? Because I swear I'll buy this time.
Yeah. I mean, I think 60s, 70s is probably a good place to start bidding it. Although I do think, look, there's a potential for a rate hike tomorrow. Like the Feds are talking tomorrow. We could see one rate hike coming up. But again, midterms coming up in the next few months. I think Trump is going to try and put the pump on the market and try and right the ship a little bit before midterms to try and gain some popularity amongst voters. So we could see one rate hike, for the upcoming month, and then hopefully we'll see some cuts towards the end of the year. We'll just have to wait and see, but it's kind of a guessing game right now. There's no decisive information out there to lean one way or the other. So we're just going to have to see. I mean, it is what it is right now. The name of the game is just preserving capital at this point and waiting for the bull run. The worst thing you can do is just overtrade and lose money going into a bull market and then end up entering the bull market without that much capital to be able to invest. So just got to be cautious and not do too much crazy shit for the time being. Just kind of wait it out.
Yeah. Have you been getting into any of these Robinhood NFTs, or you just been trading memes?
No, for the most part, I've just been doing the memes. I haven't owned any Robinhood NFTs yet. I mean, look, they've had multiple kind of pumps. Initially they were hot, then they kind of dumped, and then there was this second leg in them with that POPO rate up to 0.13 or whatever. And obviously STONKBROKER is just crushing it. They're over 2 ETH now, right?
2.1 ETH, I think. Yeah. They're doing pretty good. I mean, it's the strongest NFT on
by far.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's actually got utility to the actual NFT that pays dividends for owning it, right? So I mean, it's a W right there. But yeah, I lean more towards the coin side and opposed to the NFTs. Not saying NFTs can't do well over there. Again, I always think Ethereum is always going to be the king chain when it comes to NFTs. You could see a run here and there on other chains, but for the most part, if you're looking to long-term hold something, I think ETH is the only place to do it as far as NFTs go. It just doesn't make sense. If you're looking at quick flip stuff, yeah, you could try and flip some. I know TMA, he had bought a bunch of those POPOs or whatever at 0.02, and then they ran up to 0.13. So I mean, he made a bag off of those. So there is opportunity if you're looking to flip, but if you're looking to join a community and bag work for an NFT project, it's probably not going to be on Robinhood. I just
I'm very curious, Mr. Jesus. Have you come around at all on some of the NFT projects that have migrated to mainnet? Do you still think that is, let me try to quote Jesus if I remember correctly, the most retarded shit I've ever heard?
No,
pretty good.
Yeah, no. And for context, for people that don't know, I put a video out when Kabu announced that they were moving over to ETH mainnet. Now, this team minted, they did a few things, and then they disappeared. No, I don't know the reasons behind it. There was a whole bunch of stuff said, and I've talked to souls in DMs. Have yet to get on a call with them, but my point was in that video was like, yes, it was the most retarded fucking thing I have ever heard because they made a couple $1 million, went quiet, and then the first thing they do when they come back is they move. So it's like, damn.
You can frame this how you want, but I'm old enough to remember you having a similar opinion on Final Bosu.
Final Bosu and all of them.
Fogs.
Yep.
So my question remains.
Did he rug?
My question remains. That was the end of the sentence. My question remains. You tried to frame it as if it was like a one-off thing in one's particular circumstance, but nonetheless, it was your opinion on multiple projects. So my question remains.
Yeah. Am I still against it? Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Okay. If you don't have a plan and if you're not shipping and you're not building and doing something for your community, doesn't matter what chain you're on. That's been my whole entire point. It shouldn't matter what chain. Yes, I understand there's not a lot of liquidity or there's whatever, but if you're able to grab enough attention because you're building cool shit and doing cool shit, it shouldn't really matter. You have 13 billion Giphy views for Bearish. You have however many millions of views for Fugs. Fugs has been the most successful since the move. They're sitting at 0.08 ETH. I'm sharing that right now. Let me go to fucking Final Bosu because they finally delivered their collector profile, but they're sitting at 0.0401. And then who was the other one? Kabu that went over.
Yeah, but
and then Kabu's sitting at 0.0199 ETH. So my point is like, what do you? Okay, you're going to ETH, and you're in all these other collections. You got to fight for attention. What are you going to do?
But also, you have a lot more, liquidity, like access to liquidity.
It doesn't matter if you're not doing anything. Your project's going to die.
Liquidity plus more collectors doesn't matter when it comes to NFT collections.
Bro, we literally just seen it with Creeps. Creeps was on a fucking nosedive to zero. They were at 0.12 ETH. And then
which is only like 10x the floor price of all the IP plays.
Okay, but you're missing my
years of being dead and literal scam founders. They still had 10x the floor price of the IP. By the way, I am an abstract quant, and I do maintain that I think abstract NFTs that are related to gaming and all the games that people are playing and streaming on abstract are in a pretty good position over there. On-Chain Heroes is doing fine. The Tolenverse NFTs are doing fine. I just think that when it comes to IP-based NFTs, that the narrative is like, hey, you're selling these to collectors, not to gamers.
Yes, but you still have to do something.
Mainnet ETH is where the people that are interested in that are.
If Adam didn't, if they didn't do this deal with Creeps and Adam had nothing to do with this, and this new team didn't step in, Creeps would continue going down because the team wasn't doing nothing. And they were one of the biggest projects last cycle. So, like, it doesn't matter if the team's not delivering for the community's not hype, the community's not pushing the brand on the timeline. Do you think if Simple Farmer would have just dropped Stonkbrokers and then not been in all these spaces and rallying the community and creators and doing all these things, do you think Stonkbrokers would be this high? No, it wouldn't be. And it's the same with any project. Look at Azuki. Azuki's not doing very well. Yeah, they have some great fucking trading cards. But short of that, the community's nowhere to be found.
I would not say Azuki is not doing well. Azuki's doing just fine.
Their floor price is not doing well.
They're a 1 ETH floor price on their main collection with 2 other collections. The amount of liquidity that is spread across all of those collections, there's so many NFTs. Okay. And they still have very respectable floor prices, I would say.
They still do. But they're down just like every other one of them because everybody's starving for liquidity. Everybody's looking for attention. In my opinion, yes, if Bears said, hey, we're moving over to ETH mainnet, or we're moving, if it's Bears on fucking Bearish on base, okay, cool. I'm going to support, but it's also like, okay, well, what are you going to do? Like, I would straight up ask Holy and Scotty, what are you going to do when you move to this new chain that you're not doing 100%. On abstract?
And look, I would support too because I like Scotty and Tully and I have a relationship with a lot of the people in that community. Let me simplify this question because it's very difficult for you to admit any sort of wronghood.
I'm not admitting
If,
any wrong.
Let's say Jesus was about to mint 10,000 blocks of cheese on the blockchain.
Yeah,
Which
like a good
blockchain
idea.
would be the most optimal to launch said NFT project on?
It depends what my project was around. What is my project about?
It is a high-end art collection of very artsy NFTs of blocks of cheese.
Well, art belongs on ETH mainnet. So it
there
depends.
We go. Dude, we got there, Kenny. We had to take the long road, dude.
No, we
got
didn't.
Lost in the fucking mountains, dude. We took a couple
because
wrong
if
turns, we fucking found our way to the destination.
No, if your project is around RWAs, why are you going to launch on Solana or why are you going to launch on Base? You're going to launch where your product fits. And most art collectors are collecting art on ETH mainnet. But my point is IP collections in this space is a whole bunch of people saying, what do I get for it? It's not, oh, I have this creep or this bear because I love the art so much. I printed this motherfucker out. There's 80 different versions in my house. No, you don't have none of that in your fucking house. Like, I only have it in my office because I stream. I don't have fucking a picture of my cheese bear sitting next to my nightstand, and every time I go to bed, I'm like, man, I love this art so much. Nobody does. So,
I'm sure some people do, but I get what you're saying.
The teams have to have something for the communities to be able to get some type of rewards. I'm just saying, man, it's just how the fucking space operates.
I agree with what you're saying. That's why I made the point about the gaming NFTs on Abstract. I fully believe in on-chain heroes to be a success over there as long as the lights are on, right?
Yeah.
But look, I mean, agree or disagree, and I know you agree because we've had this conversation before. Would Planos be in a better situation, price point wise, even though they're doing great, if they were on Ethereum instead of Solana?
Bro, I put out a post screaming at OpenSea with a video saying, fucking put them on OpenSea just so they can get attention while they're on Solana.
Absolutely.
I don't know why the team just hasn't said, fuck y'all, we're migrating over. Like that, they could easily get moved over into
do you not see
OpenSea.
how your opinion on on Planos is a bit of an analog for the point that I'm making on some of these IP plays?
100%, because it's not, because Klanos is doing shit. Klanos just dropped their packs. They have Hebo. They're literally on Amazon now. That's the difference. You have the difference in a team that was creeps, that was not doing anything except looking for an exit because they had no plan, because they ran out of money.
You changed the point to being about creeps. I was talking about
I can name 100 projects. I can name any project that you want that the teams aren't delivering versus Klanosaurs. Klanos have a reason to go to ETH because they need they need to grow beyond Solana. So like that is 100% needs to happen. But I can go to a bunch of different projects that are on ETH mainnet right now. Their founders are MIA. I mean, look at fucking Betty. She just launched this other collection. God knows what the fuck for. She tried minting 11,111 of these things. She had to reduce the supply to 7,777. And then it minted out. It's trading at 0.02 ETH, but she hasn't done nothing with Deadfellas in a long time. So it's like, why won't you focus on fucking Deadfellas instead of focusing on minting a new collection? And I don't know anything about the God pool shit, and I don't think very many people do. And it has a 10% fucking royalty fee. So, but what I'm seeing in chats is like, oh, she's not changing the royalties because you'll find out what they're for later on. Maybe we will. Maybe there's some buybacks and they're going to go fucking do some FWA type thing. But bro, it doesn't matter if the team's not active, the community won't be active. And then therefore the team, the project will eventually just die. And we see it all the time in the space. And it sucks because good brands like Bearish, they don't get the love that they should get because they do have a great team. I mean, look at Scotty. He's still a Bearish founder. He's still building for Bearish. But like Pumpcade seen something in him and was like, hey, we want you to work with us too. So, and Pumpcade's not, not a small thing. So, yeah, if you're not getting the love and the attention and the respect you're getting on your current chain, but you're actually building a good project, then fucking move where you think the liquidity's at. That's like, but don't move and not have a plan.
Well, to be fair,
my
I was in DMs with Souls, and there were some issues that came up.
With Abstract.
I'm not going to
Yeah, with Abstract. Yeah,
not just with Abstract, also with stuff that,
some legal issues as well, too.
Yeah.
There were some legal issues. There were some deliverables that they ran into problems with whatever. I mean, that was all, that's for him to explain or not explain.
Right.
But nonetheless, I think, Penny, you tell me. I feel like Jesus is agreeing without saying he agrees. So I think we're all
I'm not.
Even we're a little hesitant to admit that maybe we've changed our minds a little bit.
No, bro, I'm not. You move to whatever chain you think you're going to get the most liquidity and have the best product market fit. But if you're not going to do anything when you move, what the fuck are you moving for? Because that seems grifty to me when you move and you don't have nothing to do.
Well, they didn't launch something else to try and, extract any money from existing holders. Look, I think they're just trying to bring attention back to Kabu.
Yeah.
And let's be real about it. Look, we've had other chains, Solana, Base, Monad, Abstract. We've had so many different chains try and have like this NFT run, and they've all failed. And the only one that's been relatively consistent and the biggest projects, the top IP plays, are all on Ethereum. So it is the kind of like number one chain for NFTs in the sense of liquidity and collectors, people looking to buy.
It always has been, and it always will be. My point, I'm not saying any brand is trying to be extractive by moving, because obviously they're moving because they want more attention and more liquidity. What I'm saying is don't move and not have something planned with the move for your community. Just moving is not going to do anything. It'll give you a little pump, and then you're going to retrace. So you need to have
certainly no one was making the argument that you should just migrate and then migrate Frank D. God style as your entire plan. Yeah. I agree with you on that.
Yeah, and that's my only thing. It's like, okay, Kabu, Fugs, fucking Final Bosu, On-Chain Heroes, whoever, y'all migrate wherever you want to migrate to, but make sure it's for a good reason and make sure you have something to deliver for your community. Because none of these projects are making enough on royalties to be like, oh, we got to go over there so we can raise more money and get more royalties so we can actually build something. If their team's doing that for that reason, then they're in a bigger problem than they are, because that means they have fucking no money, especially if they're dependent on 5% royalties, because the competition's too tough right now, especially with all the liquidity moving into Robinhood, Kenny. And then Stable and all these other fucking new things that are popping up. I don't know what the Abstract team's going to do. It seems like every week there's a new dev leaving. There's somebody leaving, projects leaving. And I love Abstract. I have a lot of fun. I play all the games. I click all the buttons. But I don't know what these guys are going to end up doing.
Well, it comes down to, user retention, right? Like,
yeah.
And we talked about this a little bit the other day, but I was just saying, Luca did a great job of like launching Pengu, airdropping a shitload of money to thousands of people, right? I mean, you didn't even have to own a Pudgy Penguin to get a nice stimmy from Pengu, and then rolled that right into Abstract, and they launched the mainnet shortly after the Pengu airdrop, and with the intention of, look, we're gonna TGE this towards the end of 2025, and so there was a lot of hype around Penguins, Pengu, and Abstract Chain, and like there were a ton of users initially in the first 4 to 6 months. Meme coins were popping off over there. NFTs were doing their thing. A lot of games, a lot of users checking in daily over there. Now, fast forward 18, 20 months from that date, the user retention hasn't been that great, because really there's no opportunity to really make money on Abstract Chain unless you're doing some gambling stuff. You know, so like, what's the purpose? Like for me, who's just kind of like, I just want to trade and make money. Like, why would I move funds over to Abstract right now? Because there's really not an opportunity for me to make money over there trading. So like, why would I even do it? To farm XP? That's been going on 20 months, 21 months now. Like,
Yeah.
it just, you know, I think they're having an issue with user retention and like daily active users over there right now. And you know, it's a tough thing when people had expectations of a TGE towards the end of 2025. We're in the third quarter of 2026, and we still have no, you know, end game, you know, no sight of, you know, when are they going to TGE, if they TGE at all, you know. So yeah, it's just a user retention issue, in my personal opinion.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see, bro. I don't know. I'm you know, I'm 8 minutes away. We get an XP update. So we'll see what happens. Either way, I'm still gonna stay locked in until they either, you know, fucking shut the chain down or but I mean, I don't think that's ever gonna happen. That'd be a big blow. I don't know what they're doing. I seen Coffee left, and then you see a lot of other you know, a lot of other brands leaving the platform. So yeah, it's definitely 100%, you know, it's definitely 100% wild to see. And Saigar just hasn't said much. So you know, we'll see what's up. But anyways, what else do I have pinned up there at the top? We didn't really talk about this, but FWA TokenWorks announced last night, Kenny. Now you have the ability to wrap ERC20s and take them into fake world assets. So you can take a bag. They show in 2 examples. You can take Punkster and then back it with liquidity, and you know, list it there. I mean, like, I haven't been on the site since we did the one thing. I don't know if people are doing this yet, but they're adding more and more fucking assets to this. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. It's 0.01 ETH right now to purchase an NFT. So pretty interesting to see what is you know, FWA is doing. And I got was like a 2.5x. So yeah.
Let's get Callum up here because I want to hear about his RWA. Because that does tie into FWA. I know he launched that.
Are we getting undisclosed paid shills?
No. I just want to. I want to hear, because since we're talking about FWA, I know Callum launched RWA, and I just want to hear his thoughts on FWA and where it's at right now. Obviously, the coin's taking a hit.
Wick. Jesus Christ! Yeah, I'm sharing this on stream.
Yeah, it's
before I zoomed out, all I had was this big giant red candle on my screen, and I'm like, "What in the fuck is going on?" I had to zoom out.
Wait, geez, did you say unpaid shills?
Yeah, unpaid shills. No, I didn't. Nobody fucking came to me and said,
Callum, dude, you
hey,
should have told me
mate.
I wasn't supposed to talk about that, bro.
Yeah, g'day, mate. Come in for RWA. I mean,
it slipped my mind that it was just me and Kenny Powers on that call with Callum. How you doing, Callum?
The founder of RWA. What's up?
All good. How are you guys?
Fantastic.
Good, brother. Yo,
Yeah,
tell me a little bit more about RWA. I saw y'all, wasn't there a mutant listed yesterday? I think the first one, or?
Yeah. It was, I guess I got into FWA really early, around like 300K market cap. And I didn't actually buy then. I did the classic, like, I need to go find some funds. And then it had already run up to like a couple of mil, but still. And the first NFT I pulled was a 10,000 tokens. And I was like, oh God. Because most people are looking at it and they're like, right, I've lost 50% of what I spanned for. But you're obviously getting RWA every time you engage with the platform, whether you spin the gacha or you deposit and put some money up, act as like the house against the asset that you've deposited. And then you earn ETH and FWA against it. Anyway, I had this 10,000 token, and then I was on Loki Space for Cheese actually on Sunday, and we talked about FWA. And after, I was like, why has nobody launched like some sort of flywheel from 10,000 tokens, given it's like the sister brand protocol to FWA? And I went over there and had a look, and nobody had. And so I like tried to map it out, and then was like, this actually could work. So the idea is it's a play on FWA, real world acquisitions, and the idea is that 100% of the creator fees, which is obviously 1% of 10,000 token once deployed, will go towards buying NFTs and matching the ETH against the price of the NFT, and adding it to the FWA platform to earn FWA and ETH. So we had like 20, I think like almost 20K in creator fees that are have been used to buy NFTs and back them, and are at the moment accruing FWA and ETH, and then that's going to be sold and then used to buy back RWA and burn it.
I guess it looks like Frank may have sold, and then some people may have followed him out.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Frank.
Dude, no, I saw it ran up to it almost hit $1 million, right?
Yeah, it did almost hit $1 million.
Fucking
what happened to no self-shaming? Jesus, good Lord.
Yeah, but Frank, fuck, go buy from a goddamn private wallet, bro. Don't be buying my friend's fucking token from a public wallet.
But it's fun. It really was a social experiment. It was like, obviously it's attention economy at the moment. FWA is doing like really cool stuff, and I couldn't believe that nobody had actually launched a token as a flywheel. So I kind of saw the opportunity, and then I also managed to like, I'm still due to share actually like the blueprint of everything, which I'll post later on. But there's like a percent, like a charity percent as well. So a percent of the token will go to doing some good in the world.
Nice.
I figure out, so like, I don't know, I just tried to make it like fun, wholesome. It's like anything in crypto. It could work, it might not work. But
how much back to the team? What's the team allocation here?
There's not. I bought 1% at
I know, I'm being a smart.
1% at launch, which is still in the same wallet, and that's it.
Okay, just don't want no
it's
GMB situation happening.
Callum, how quickly did you spin this up? I mean, because that was a quick turnaround. I mean,
like literally within 3 hours.
Dude, that's insane.
I have changed the branding in that as I've gone along. Like I've updated that, and like on the I don't know if Cheese can pull up the page on Twitter, but I've like I just had some fun with like the branding. I had a bunch of DMs and be like, why haven't you done like this? The stuff I've had to learn like in doing it, which is obviously part of the social experiment. But I think it could do well. And if FWA does well, once you can actually freely trade the token, then the token could really take off. Because right now the only way to acquire FWA is to participate in the FWA protocol. And if it does go parabolic, then we'll be sitting like RWA will be sitting on X amount of FWA, and can buy back a load of token and burn it. So
nice. Yeah, I'm on the page.
The premise of like how the flywheel works is that there's a crown position within FWA. So whoever has deposited the most ETH against whatever NFT holds a crown. Obviously, that's at risk. And then you get a skim off of every single transaction. So the idea was to basically build up to like being able to have like win the crown and hold it, and then even more yield can go back to buying and burning RWA.
Right. I think it wasn't like the crown like 66 ETH or something crazy like that against a punk.
At the moment, I think it's like 300 and something ETH.
Shut up. Okay,
yeah, so I think so. Let me have a look.
Oh, is it? Yeah, that's where I was going to, was the leaderboard to see.
I heard that, and that was probably from like 4 or 5 days ago. I heard that the crown was basically a punk with a 66 ETH appearing on.
It's 350 ETH.
Yeah, 350. Yeah, 200, 260 was the top one.
But like the odds of
someone could
somebody
win that.
hitting that,
Someone could pull that.
Yeah, right. The odds are pretty minuscule, but there's still it's like the lottery, right? You never know, right?
Yeah. Like yesterday, I deposited an OGV friend, which was like 1.7 ETH, and then put 1.7 ETH against it to obviously accrue rewards. And the chance of someone like rolling that was 0.00068%, and within 2 hours, someone rolled it. So that was a loss.
You gotta be kidding me, bro.
No,
what did they do? Did they take the ETH or they took the NFT?
They took the ETH.
Okay, because see, I was listening to Adam talk about like there's a 15% tax on the ETH side of it.
Yeah.
Like if you claim the ETH and opposed to the NFT, whereas so he was saying, it's more logical to take the NFT and then just turn around and flip it, right? And opposed to taking the ETH, so they incentivize you to want to take the NFT, unless it's, in a balanced one, right? Where you had a 1.7 ETH NFT versus a 1.7 ETH offering. Now, the unbalanced one, if it's more skewed to the ETH side, then you would want to take the ETH side. But that's the risk you take of listing it like that, right? To try and accrue more FWA.
Yeah. Well, I mean, exactly. the RTP is 70%. So, I mean, it's not the best, odds back to the user. But I mean, bro, if you can hit a Punk or a Bored Ape, like the guy who won the Bored Ape not long ago he's just playing the protocol. He won the Bored Ape and then just took the high bid offer right back to him and then kept fucking spinning. Like, bro, and it was a clean clean ass Bored Ape with a halo. I would have snapped. I mean, that bitch would be my PFP right now.
People are really like betting on the token performing well after it, like when it becomes freely tradable, and because of that is why I think RWA could do really well, even if it continues to go down at the moment. It's still the number one token on 10,000 tokens, so that's a massive win. And it was number one on ETH yesterday for an hour or so. On Dex Screener. And if FWA takes off, then it has like huge potential. So it's just an experiment, and excited to see how it pans out.
I think.
Go ahead, Kenny.
Yeah, no, I do think it's an experiment. Whether it has staying power or will be relevant, in 3 weeks, TBD, right? But what we do know is that Punkster ran up to 150, 200 mil, some crazy number like that. As far as market cap goes, they know what they're doing. They know how to market it. So I do think there's some, potential staying power. And if that's the case, then RWA is probably gonna rip, with the flywheel you have in place over there. So
it's good for ETH NFTs because the guy's going out sweeping all kinds of shit with a lot of the money. But I want people to know when they do this filter and they look at the legendary or epic or rare, it's not necessarily, it's based on the PFP somewhat, but the reason there's 745 legendary and you'll see 10,000 tokens and you're like, well, that's a 0.04 ETH NFT. Why in the fuck is that? It's not backed by, it's because of the backing behind. So it's the value. So like this 10,000 token is 10.68 ETH of backing. So if you pull this, you can either take the NFT, which you'd be a fucking idiot to take the NFT. You're going for that backing.
Sounds like something I would do indeed.
Yeah, you'd be like, oh my God, I got a 10,000 token. Fucking let me get it.
I was going to change his PFP real quick. Hold on.
Fucking shit. But I mean, if you were the lucky one and pulled this one CryptoPunk, I mean, that's 350 ETH. Now, this guy's taking a huge risk because somebody could end up taking his liquidity, but he's also gaining a fuck ton of fees right now.
Yeah, literally every transaction, right, Callum?
Yeah, whoever wears a crown within the protocol gets what they call the teeth, which is I think it was originally 5%, and they pulled it down to 1%. When it was 5%, I think Adam said on Thread Guy Space the other day that they were earning like 30 ETH a day.
Yeah,
insane
from that scheme.
Yeah, it's nuts. The people that were in here doing this early on when they first launched it, bro, they were buying spins for like nothing. And they were just racking up fucking token, you know.
Yeah.
So a spin right now is what you said, 0.1, so about $190.
Yeah, but it's relative. It's determined by the amount of the like USD equivalent of the pool, the NFT pool. Because like at 300K when I first went, it was like 0.04 or 0.03 to spin. Just because a lot of people hadn't deposited the NFTs. So there wasn't much value in there.
Yeah. Pretty
Callum,
wild.
what are the chances of them? Like, do you know what the process is as far as like what NFTs are chosen to be listed on the platform, or is it? Do you think they open it up to like more collections at some point?
Yeah, look, I've been trying to get creeps on there because I'd love to go and like sweep a few and add them to the protocol. But I cannot get hold of Adam. Like even having like the #1 token on TTT, I still haven't been able to connect with him. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the like process is behind that, but I'm hoping that creeps, like people have been like commenting and really engaging with the posts and stuff and tagging. So hopefully soon.
Nice. All right. Kenny, what was it? Simple Farmer tweeted that stockbrokers are now going to start receiving gold today. I'm pretty sure is what that tweet just said. Yeah, Robinhood chain added SPDR Gold Trust today. In 45 minutes, stockbrokers begin receiving gold distributions on every single clock in. Powered entirely by organic AMM and protocol revenue. Clock in community for community NFA. So another another little.
That's a big W. That's a big W. Look, that's a good RWA to be accruing. You know, by holding your stockbroker, activated stockbroker, that is. Yeah. And the chart reflects it, up 12% in the past hour. Stockbrokers now back up to 14.4 mil.
Fucking send it.
Cooking over there.
Yeah.
As well as Epic is up 28% in the past hour, but up to 16.1 mil. Again, I think this is a good play. Look for a dip. Buy the dip. I think Mando's going to run this thing up. And then on top of that, I will be purchasing some RWA, #1, to support my boy Callum. And #2, for the potential that FWA runs back up to, 30 and then ascends to 100 mil. I think RWA has some really good value to it right here. So I'll be jumping in that as well.
Thanks, Kenny. I appreciate it. And thanks for having me up, guys.
You're welcome, bro. And good luck. I hope it does well. And I hope everybody makes
real quick before Callum goes. Is anybody else noticing that Callum's PFP kind of looks like there might be someone off camera holding a gun to his head, telling him to smile? Or is he just particularly muscular? I can't quite figure it out.
No, he's just muscular.
Yo, let's get the men's fitness fucking PFP, bro. Show that washboard abs setup you got there, Callum. Come on.
I don't think that's on brand for Glow. They didn't hire David Hasselhoff from the 1980s. Just wouldn't be on brand.
Anyway, I love you, Callum.
Yeah. All right. So anyone that was impacted by the kitty mining, they put out a tweet. They said, we've spent today reviewing the impact of yesterday's sell-off and discussing the best path forward. A decision has been made. We will be publishing a full statement shortly. Appreciate everyone who's continued to support the project. So pretty interesting stuff, Kenny. The coin at the time of this thing getting jeeted down was about right here, about 1.17 mil. It did jeet all the way down to like 68K. So, it wasn't like it went from 20 mil down, but it was still a fucking big enough impact. Apparently GMB shared that somebody in his trading group that was not very experienced, one clipped $40,000 or within a few clips, clipped out 40K, bro. And that's what sent the chart spiraling down. And since that, you've seen, like I said, it hit 68K. And now the token is back to 171. I don't know what they're going to announce. I don't know. All I seen was Wall's post. I tweeted about it. Some people made some money that, got in. I immediately seen the chart at like 100K. So some people definitely cooked on it. I hope nobody lost a shit ton. Told everybody, make sure you can only use, the money that you can fucking afford to lose. I'm still mining my fucking kitties. I'm like, well, if nobody's going to fucking do this, the token still has 30K in liquidity. It's like these things are mining, they're earning coin. So I upgraded my shit last night. I'm still earning 1,200 kitty a day, $51. And this is no advice for anybody to go do this shit. But regardless, I'm still fucking earning money. And I don't know what they're going to announce. From what I was told, the team wallet has like 15 plus ETH in it. Their original plans was to have like a gotcha style thing and, I think go buy NFTs and do giveaways or do things where you could buy the NFTs with some of the kitty token or enter these raffles. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I don't know what their plan is. I think they're going to keep it going. So I was like, last night when I upgraded, my mining rate was 1,500 tokens. When this was active and hot, my mining rate would be high. And within a few hours, my mining rate was like cutting 50% because everybody was upgrading and mining more coins. And I've only dropped like 200 tokens in like 12 hours. So I'm like, not many people upgraded. I'm going to keep playing the fucking game. If the coin runs up, then I'm earning even more money. So I'm already down. I need to come back out of the hole of it. So we'll see what happens. Because I definitely did not make any fucking money on it. I thought I was up about $600. No, I did the math. The math was not mathing. I'm definitely down. And So yeah, now I'm sitting on like 6,200 tokens. So if it does go back up, I'll look to make some profits there. But so yeah, something to keep an eye on. If you do see a big fucking green wick, then, I guess the community was like, okay, cool. The only problem is I think if they do like something bullish, Kenny, I guess that the community likes, and it sends the coin up, the people that did get rugged are going to try and jeet it back down because they're going to look for an exit to get as much money back as they can that they lost if they didn't sell on the way down. How do you see this playing out, Kenny? Are the kitties cooked?
I mean, it's hard to reestablish the trust, right? Obviously, It wasn't the team, but I mean, there's been so much negative press on it on the timeline that I think people might be a little hesitant to jump back in just because.
Don't they say all press is good press, though?
Yeah, I mean, to a certain extent, but I mean, looking at the chart, it looks like a rug chart. Obviously, it wasn't the team; it was early snipers clipping out. It's going to be hard to reestablish that trust, but you never know. I mean, look.
Have we ever seen a thing like this rebound?
Not that I can think of.
Not that I can think of. So it is what it is. I'm living in a pipe dream, earning $51.33 a day of some shit that is probably, maybe going to go to zero. But it hasn't gone to zero yet. So the fucking kitties are kittying.
Can you hear me now?
We got you now, sir. Yes, sir.
I lost full cell phone service. I don't know if that was my phone or the cell phone tower. I was going to point out, however, it is kind of funny that GMB got absolutely murdered for shilling this while it was hot. And here's Jesus soft shilling it while it's down bad as fuck.
I'm not soft shilling. I'm giving the community an update, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I ain't fucking
they crucified real Jesus. Somehow Jesus dodged it, and the trenches got GMB.
Hey, no, because listen, I'm not running a Telegram fucking sitting there flexing 40Xs and doing all this dumb shit. And all my posts say, make sure you can play with what you can afford to lose. I just had another guy that made money on it in my DM saying, hey, should I buy, right here, his message at 11:47. should I buy Kitty again? And I said, I did. I've still been playing the game, but I didn't want to tell anyone to jump in. Like, no, fuck that. You ain't coming at me saying Jesus rug me. You can fucking suck my balls. Not fucking happening. So, yeah, it is what it is. You're a grown ass adult. You click those buttons. But I just wanted everybody to know what was going on, what the latest was. If the kitty's going to cook or if the kitty is cooked, I don't fucking know. But these little bastards are swinging their pickaxes, and let's see what happens. So,
I hope it works out for you, man. I know a lot of people are still in it, so everybody wants to come back for you.
I know. I seen fucking Serpent. He put out a tweet with like categorized everybody that was shilling it, skeptics, and he had Easy in like the skeptic side of it, and I'm like, bro, Easy accepted the paid sponsor thing, which he put out a disclaimer saying in the beginning, like, anybody can buy this board for advertising, but at the end of the day, he still accepted money for fucking advertising it during his hour-long stream, and then after the Easy stream, it fucking clipped out. It's like,
it was like right during.
Was it? Yeah.
So it's like during the stream. But I mean, listen, that's out of his control. And he did, to be fair, address it, saying, this is a Ponzi. And, these things have a certain shelf life to them.
Yeah.
And, like, I invested early, but I got out because I know how these things kind of work. So he was, not necessarily telling people to go buy. He was saying, like this, addressing it as this is a Ponzi, and things could go sideways really quickly. And it just so happened to, coincidentally happen while he was talking about it. But yeah, I mean, look, that stuff is out of his control. I don't fault him one bit for doing that. Anyone can go in and purchase, the board, and Kitty decided to do that because it is a pretty good stream.
Yeah, it's shitty timing, but it is what it is. Some other final words of advice. Make sure you go use the reality check code for Blinko. Kenny, we got a hell of an echo or something on your mic. That shit was coming across hot. Genuine undead. The percentages have probably changed, but what?
I mean, I was going to talk about, I didn't know if y'all talked about it earlier.
No. But one day up 37%, 7 days, 56%, 30-day, 50%. And they're cooking, man. Doing good.
Dude, not only that, 9.3 ETH and 24-hour volume, massive sweeps earlier this morning. Just multiple guys sweeping, anywhere from 3 to 10 fucking genuine undeads. Look, I'll go on record. Probably the best pixel art, in my personal opinion, probably even better than CryptoPunks. But CryptoPunks have, obviously, the provenance of being the first on-chain collection. But, I mean, the art's amazing. The community is fucking awesome. Tight-knit community. Really happy to see them doing so well.
Yeah, and big sales above the floor. I mean, we've seen, I think there was like a 2.5 ETH sale last week. It's big sales. 1.18 ETH right there. There was a Lou, I think, that sold at like 2.3 ETH or something.
Dude, a lot of above floor sales. I mean, people are grail hunting right now, and I love to see that. Listen, it's fun to bag work for a community. You know what I'm saying? That was a lot of the fun, and what drew me to Web3 and the Web3 culture is like, having a PFP, bag working for your community, bag working for tokens, whatnot. Yeah. And we got away from that. This space is so rotational right now. Nobody wants to work for their bags. And I hope to God, that, as we get back into the bull run, people revert back to, bag working and repping your communities. So just happy to see they deserve the best GU. So I'm happy to see that. Yeah,
I agree. So yeah, if you don't have a genuine undead, make sure you go get a genuine undead. Fuck, grab 2, 3, 4, 5. Juice, your fucking ass is touring the world right now. You should have a bag of genuine undead. Fucking God almighty. You too, Callum. Fucking out here launching coins. This guy's a fucking Callum. You need to go fucking buy some genuine undead for RWA, bro. Drop those bad boys in there.
Are they on the protocol? I'll have a look if they are.
No, they're not, but you know. We'll force Adam into doing it. Yeah.
If they go on there,
they should be on there because they have a fucking strategy coin. I think any NFT that has a strategy coin should be on there.
I agree 100% with that. If you like, Chimper should be able to be on there. GU should be able to be on there. Anyone who has a TokenWorks token should be.
Are Quirky's on there?
I don't know if Quirky's is on the approved list, but Quirky's has a strat coin.
They do have a strategy coin. Shout out to Poppy. Fucking real G in the space.
Yeah. So, but anyways, all right. Do we have anything else for today?
Other than I got 56,000 XP somehow, and I didn't do anything all week.
You fucking cooked me, bro.
One of two things is going on. Either, well, maybe one of three. It's either backdated by a week, and I'm like getting XP from last week or something, or I don't know. Maybe they started putting some spec on some of the NFTs again. I mean, they've never been transparent about what gets XP and what doesn't. So maybe NFT holdings got some got XP again this week.
How much XP do you think I got?
I mean, if you got cooked and I got a bunch, it's definitely because, dude, that's hard. Okay, I'm going to guess 28K.
16,262. I got fucking smoked this week. I went from 101,000 to 16K.
I don't have that much more NFTs than you.
Fucking Christ. Yeah, I wasn't very active. So time to lock the fuck in. But either way, tomorrow, guys, space is at 11:30, not at 11 a.m. Make sure you remember that. Set a reminder. I will get a link out here later on this afternoon. Other than that, stay safe. And yeah, do you guys have anything else?
Nah, I see a lot of new listeners in the audience.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm just now panicking, going down, trying to follow people. If any of you guys follow me from the space that I don't get to before Cheese rugs us here, I'll follow you back. I love to support people that support us.
And make sure you join the Reality Check Discord. That is where you can find everything that is going on with Reality Check. And I think I have a tweet pinned up there, don't I? No, fucking don't. God damn it. I'll get it up there. I'm gonna get it up there. I'll let the music play out. You can go join the Reality Check Discord. Come in there. We're usually hanging out in VC, fucking off, trying to make some money. Most of the time we're losing money. So, but you can still come in and call Kyle, whatever the fuck you want. So,
yeah. And if you thought I spiked Jesus' cortisol with the bridge to Ethereum argument earlier, you should hear what I do to this guy in the.
I know. Either way, yeah, just pin the link up there. The tweet's up there. Make sure you give it a share. But come hang out with us. Other than that, we will see you tomorrow at 11:30. Kenny, are you on time tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll be here on time tomorrow. Real quick, best thing I heard Kyle call was Appalachian Paper Monkey. Shout out Juice.
Wow.
Yeah, shout out Juice.
Yeah. All right, cool. Everybody have a fantastic day, and we will see you tomorrow. Callum, good luck with RWA. Everybody go grab a little bag, RWA. And yeah, we'll be back.
Damn. I just got blocked from following more people.
Yes, guys.
All right, peace.
Too many follows. Bye, everybody. Thanks for coming through, Callum.
Appreciate you guys. Bye.